Are you ready for the best headline? And by best, I mean, it is simultaneously the most horrifying, but also the kind of thing that you would see in an Onion art. This is straight up this is not an Onion article. I checked. RFK Jr. set to launch disease registry tracking autistic people. I am of a generation where there are jokes I can make here that would be funny even to anyone who might be on this registry, because all I can think is like, so first off, what the fuck? Like, I had to think about this like a bunch of times. Because I can't conceive of a reason you'd want to do this. And I was in good faith. Let's say that I, as diagnosed, fun days, versus all the way to like the clinical entity of the autist who exists. If you don't know, I do readings of Anti-Oedipus. This is like, this type of mental condition is like central to a theory I read and work I do and a bunch of stuff. And all I can think is like, okay, if we go all the way to the end, and let's say I buy everything he's saying, that vaccines do this and create this and do this, why track that? What, like, is, I could make the joke that we know that autism is contagious because the 4chan's a thing. You can make jokes like that. You can, like, there's jokes. There's no things there that make any reasonable sense whatsoever. I don't get it. And here, this is where it gets scary. The subheadline. He's using private medical records to make it happen. I know 4chan's no longer a thing. It was never good. It was never a thing. It's just that, like, whatever. I'm an old man yelling at trees. Deal with it. But again, what's the reason? He's using private medical records to create a registry of people with autism in the United States. The NIH is helping to collect private medical records from government. This is an Onion article. It is to collect private medical records from government and commercial databases to give the Secretary of Health and Human Services, Dr. Don't Give a Shit. The records include prescription records from pharmacies, lab tests. Is there autism drugs? Are there autism drugs? I mean, I know there's some level of those things, but like, is that a thing? Like an anti-autism drug? Why would cannabis, depending on the person, everyone's got their thing. Ketamine, like ADHD, again, the spectrum of the whole thing, but I need someone to, I don't get. So pharmacies, what the fuck information in a pharmacy is going to help you put people on an autism registry? Oh yeah, diagnosed with autism. That's why we're giving them Autistrate. Haven't you seen it on TV? It cures autism. Like, what the fuck is going on? Lab tests, because of the genetic testing for autism that they do, I guess. Although I did catch autism. That's why I shoved that thing up my nose. I go, whoop, whoop, whoop. And then I put it in and I get, oh, look, I got autism. Shit, I got it. I better start calling people. Hey, tell my wife, hey, Heather, just let you know. I need to let you know I've been diagnosed. I've tested positive for autism. I think you should get tested. Genomics records, she has been. The genomics records from the Department of Veterans Affairs and Indian Health Services. Private insurance claims and data from smartwatches and fitness trackers. I have what data from a smartwatch? The NIH is also, this is just like the other side of insanity for me. Like the autism vaccine thing, I don't believe in any of that. I think it's stupid, and I think it's based in horrifying things. I get it, because what it is people scared of things they don't understand and drawing correlative relationships for things that happen to them. And when you're a parent and your child changes in a day, which happens to every parent, it's terrifying. When your kid is sick, it's terrifying. I have empathy for that position. This, I can't even think about it. Working on an agreement to secure Medicare and Medicaid data even, who said that select outside researchers will be able to access and study but not download the collected data from the registry, which is, I'm just going to let you know, if you can get access to data, you got the data. I can't. So are they like, okay, we're going to get all the smartwatch data. Find out how many times people rocked back and forth and put them on a list. Like, that's all it, what is an autistic thing that your smartwatch is going to tell you? The Department of Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has launched a study to examine links between autism and vaccines, which is crazy. The news that HHS is putting together a registry and accessing Americans' private medical records raises all kinds of privacy concerns. HHS and its departments, including NIH and CDC, have laid off thousands of employees, possibly giving Kennedy and Bhattacharya, another anti-vaxxer, more compliant employees to push their agenda. He is horrifying. Remember, he said that all of these things. Drawn criticism by calling autism preventable, made a claim that he can find a cure for the condition by September. So, love that. On top of it, his vaccination stance. He also said that how sad it was that all these kids who had autism would never be able to hold a job, get married, or go have a first kiss, I believe. We ain't making fun of people with autism. Is anyone in chat actually making fun of people with autism? This is one of those things that, like, as someone who's excessively mentally non-normative, this is one of those things that is so fucking absolutely nuts that it's really hard to even have a conversation around it. Like, this is so the other side of sanity. I mean, I do know most of the people in this community, at least in some aspect. And it's not a joke. I know who my audience is. I've been in my my server for a long time, the QC. We have a significant amount of non-normativity in various ways. And it is a very gigantic spectrum. Super best friends. Autism is a broad spectrum. Lots of people going to be on that list. And that's where it's like, why? What in the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, what is your fucking damage? You fucking nutcase. Like, this piece of shit. Ostensibly, he's doing it. This is all I could figure out. That he's doing it so that way they can have a database of everyone who's been diagnosed, when they've been diagnosed, how severe it is. So they can then run that against the records of those people's vaccinations over time of various diseases and flu shots and everything else. That's my money of what they're going to do. They're going to do basically a large-scale, multitudinal, like massive U.S.-wide thing to see if there's correlation, which there will be, and then there won't be. Like, it's going to be really fucking stupid. Like, it's literally just running backwards. It's just running backwards into the thing. And it's wild.
I feel like such a basic bitch. I got my autism at Walmart when I was a kid.
I got mine apparently through my vaccinations, according to RFK. It's really wild. And again, he is...
As someone with diagnosed autism, this is horrible.
Well, and it makes me wonder, what is the range? Because autism we tend to use as a catch-all, but there's for a long time, Aspergery fucks like myself, and other things were sort of put into these positions. And all of these things were kind of early onset childhood autism. These, like, there's a lot of diagnoses and medical conditions and things that we call things. What is it that's going to be the thing that they're saying that is that? And again, putting everyone on a giant list and then having them collated and then running them against other data that you're going to make available to researchers that's not anonymized is fucking crazy. Can the ACLU block this? I have no idea. They're already doing it. Like, they're already doing this. Again, you have to remember, Doge has been knocking down all of the rules about how people get money, how people get access to data, where it's at. They've been sending everything to Russia. So, like, what the fuck? There's no walls. There's no stopping this. There's no stopping this. They're going to have a registry of autists. And it's like, what? Like, I don't get it. I really tried with this one. I genuinely did. Like, I spent a lot of time thinking through this, trying to figure out what is the reasoning for this. All that I can think is that they are going to basically make all of our records available, and they're going to run it against when we got diagnosed, or when, I'm assuming, behavior patterns started, because diagnoses don't just happen. Like, you don't go get a shot and then afterwards they do a finger prick and they go, oh fuck, you got the autism. Sorry, you got it yesterday. Like, I don't even know how you could possibly think that this is a sound scientific theory. This is what happens when
How do you, Brooks, solve the classic trolley problem?
The classic trolley problem? Did I jump off the trolley? I don't want to be on it to see that shit. The weird position that this puts things in is like, I genuinely don't get it. Like, when you are born into wealth, fame, and status, and that's what RFK Jr. is. He is the trifecta of those things. His name is known for one of the great politicians, whether or not that's true is a whole thing. Famous for being killed, mostly. Wealth, like you wouldn't believe, from really kind of super unethical backgrounds, but lots and lots of family and generational wealth and connections politically beyond your wildest dreams. And then on top of it, you have the wherewithal and the smarts to go get a law degree. So you have all of the ability to do anything in this world and visit your power however you do. And this is what you do with it, because you're so fucking stupid and your genetics played this poor of a role and mattered this fucking little. So it doesn't matter if Israel stops the trolley against Palestine, then based on that logic. Wait. If you think that the trolley problem is whether or not to stop the trolley or let it go, I have a story to tell you about what the trolley problem is. Trolley problem is whether or not you divert it to kill someone else or kill the person in front of you. Core level. It's not about stopping it. If you can stop the trolley, you stop it. That's not the trolley problem. Jesus Christ. That's not the trolley problem. It's never been the trolley problem. Trolley problem. Jesus Christ. This is like a mimetic base format. It's, hey, if you do nothing, one person dies. If you do nothing, 5 people die. You pull it, 1 person dies. Sure, do what you're going to do. The person who built the trolley and put these people on that track and do these things, they're the ones at fault, probably. Again, it's fine. Pull the thing if it's 1-on-1. If it's 5v1, save the 5. Like, do what you can in that moment. Stop death as much as possible. I never said 0 people can die. But hey, just letting you know, that's how it works with Israel. They stop bombing. They stop killing.
How long before they try to take autistic guns away?
I don't think they'll go to that point, because again, their point here is literally otherizing a very particular mental condition, and continuing to otherize people. So they can say things like, hey, it's not so much a social or a material generation of people that is creating autism at record numbers that's doing this. It's not social. It is biological, and it's here's the cure and here's the thing, and it can go away and we can make the perfect person. Because that's, again, the Republicans is all they can think about is there a perfect person? Is there a best person? It's a childish thing overall. It's a childish thing overall. And that mental state, I mean, puts people in the position of, for example, coming to a chat and asking about the trolley problem as if that's like a reasonable thing, because it's a hyper abstraction at the symbolic level that they can then relate to anything they want, because they're not caring about the actual lived experience of anything that's happening. Give me a real situation and I'll tell you about the stories of what matters. But just
here, so you can ignore stupid questions.
Thank you very, very much. It's very kind of you. I still like stupid questions sometimes, though. I do. But hey, Sunday is always like, Brooks, don't listen to chat. Fucking ignore chat. They suck. But it's, at a base level, that's the reality of how the symbolic representational mind works. It's, hey, I have a representation of things that isn't equivalent to any lived experience of anyone who's ever been there, but I want to tell you about those symbols so then I can then apply it to anything I want to, because I don't really give a shit about anything. The reality is that people in any given situation, all of it is up to them and the forces at play, and it's not a choice. It's rarely a choice, especially a reactive moment like this. So it's a very stupid thing to sort of care about. It's a very stupid thing to care about. But what are you going to do? That's the nature of things. Let's oversimplify as much as possible, so that way I can get moral dunks on you, or I can put you in a category. Oh, now you're like they did. You're utilitarian. Oh, more lived experience. Great, good for you. Like you've created a scenario that is so abstract that it bears nothing on the real world or anyone's lives. Nice. You presume reason is at the basis of everything. Nice. These childish ways to viewing things overall. And it frustrates. Always frustrates.
Hi,
A happy thought.
Oh, I don't have a happy thought, but I have a secret to tell you.
No, it's about a happy thought. Hello?